Ba, 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 ba. Welcome to the 100th episode of Up in the Mix, coming to you hot and live from various locations around the Reno area. This is Sean, a.k.a. The Truth, a.k.a. The Super Nicest, a.k.a. The Nar Mr. R, a.k.a. Not the Black Dude You Thought I Was.
This is Caesar, a.k.a. De La Foto, your favorite neighborhood Mexican. Ernesto, Captain Culo Coach, Mr. Brunch, your local also, that Boppy with the dad body, the brown man in the yacht club.
How the fuck did he get here?
El hombre de la gente, the habitual line crosser, the honey badger, the fucking babysitter, the baby whisperer, and tracksuit Boppy.
And we've got a super crazy episode for you guys this week. For our 100th episode, we are interviewing half a dozen former guests to catch up and see where they are, what they're doing. So we'll be doing a series of short interviews. We're also launching our YouTube channel, so check us out on YouTube at Up in the Mix. And, we're available on all streaming platforms. We're on Twitter at upinthemix.live. Like, we're making moves here. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere you are, plus more.
So,
we in the streets.
To start us off, we have two returning guests, Josue and Orlando. They've been on the show before. Orlando, you can check him out. He's been on twice. He was on episode 40, American Spirit, and he was in season 2, episode 13. And then Josue was on season 2, episode 35, as part of the Peavine Prophets. Well, welcome the Peanut Brother and Jam Brothers to the show.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Sound like the Hammer Brothers.
So, tell us about this name and the new show you guys have on K-Wink.
Yeah, sounds awesome. I like it.
So we were
just kind of lag, but what we were doing is we were trying to. Shoot, I'm gonna play this. Hold on a second. Let's see. It's messing with this. All right. Yeah, well, we're off to a great start.
It's to be expected, with everything
all
that's
right,
going on.
You guys hear us all cool now?
There we go. There we go.
All right, let's start. All right, so I'm Sway. That's O. We go by Peanut Brothers and Jams, the 100% all organic, real raw, natural flavor. No sugar coating, no nothing. You feel me? So Orlando was saying that we just we talk about a lot of just issues going on in the world and play music that relates to it, and we just have some real in-depth conversations about it while still keeping it light and fresh and just playing some jams that go along with it.
Nice. And so tell us, where did the idea for that show come from?
Yeah, what happened? How did it spark up that you guys want to do the show?
Oh, so pretty much, Josue hit me up. He's like, "Hey, man, you want to do a show?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know, man." I was like, "Yeah, sounds kind of cool." Then I was like, "Hey, man, you should probably tell me more about what this commitment is gonna be." And he's kind of like, "Dude, you already committed to it." So
It's too late.
Yeah, we're chilling by the river, and we're just going through ideas and stuff. What do we have? We had some ideas.
Man, it's brown and loud, revolutionary voices, decolonized minds, all this stuff. And we're like, man, we're gonna talk about some shit, but I still wanted to be something that more people will feel inclined to hop into, because I feel we make it sound too political, or some people I don't know about that, I don't know what that is, but just Peanut Brothers and Jams, we some nutty motherfuckers, but we listen to some dope shit.
Straight up.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, it was just the whole thing with the COVID and all that stuff. It was kind of hard to be active right now, and I'm always trying to do community stuff. We were both volunteering together already, and it's it was an opportunity to just say some meaningful things on the radio, you know what I mean, and share with our people. So we felt like music is that kind of common denominator across all people, where we could just kind of analyze it and let it speak for itself, but then also add our own stories into it, and just try to speak for our community through these times, So that was kind of the main goal of it all, I guess. Or that's what I thought.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
And you guys just, I've listened to the show. First of all, it comes on Thursday nights from 9 to 11, correct?
That's right.
9 to 10:30, and the last 30 minutes is actually O's brother Ruby comes on and plays some like ambient dope like instrumentals and stuff like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you guys
so he's still like part of the show, but he's like his own section.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he pre-records his part, and then it's like the last 30 of our show.
Because we become heavy hitters, then it's like, all right, it's gonna mellow you guys out and get a little cuddle in and just ease it up afterwards.
And you guys are recording this live every week from the studio, the K-Week studio?
Yeah, we actually did the very first 2 shows. We pre-recorded it, and then on the third one we went in, pre-recorded it, and then like an hour maybe before we were supposed to go, before we were supposed to play, Tom hit us up. Was like, "Yo, the file got corrupted, didn't work, all this. So like, we can either play last week's or y'all could come in." We're like, "Fuck it, like let's send it." Like, I'm like, "No, dude, we already did last week. We gotta let's go." And then we did it live, and it just felt right. So we just continued it going and kept it going. Like, dude, let's just do it live every single time.
Yeah, it was kind of hard. Like when we were pre-recording, like we were like, nah, we could do better than that. And then we kept recording and going back, and it was just like, nah. Once we did it live, we were like, yo, that's just how it has to be. You know what I mean? It's like it's a different type of freedom. It's like kind of scary, but at the same time, it's like I think I like just being in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
You know, I like that more. We both decided on it, like, fuck it, let's do it like that. So that's where we're at. You know,
That's awesome.
Yeah. You guys have guests too?
We've had 3.
Oh, 3?
We had Rube. Rube came on, did one. What was the episode you did with Rube? It was about music and the healing nature of it, right?
Yeah. We did one on like music is therapy.
Yeah.
And then we had Lydia on.
We had Lydia on
we had
just
Brian
last week.
on too.
Yeah, with Lydia, I just did one 2 days ago on Thursday about civil engagement, mobilization, and protest. And she's a professor here at UNR. Actually, she teaches like Latin studies and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a great show. I love that one. And then a couple weeks back, we had our homeboy Brian Melendez come on, and I think you tuned in that one. Yeah. And
yeah. Shout out to Lydia. She's on the Holland board with me. Amazing woman.
Yeah, she is.
Doing great stuff in the community.
Yeah, I love that everyone's all interconnected, working with one another to kind of just, put on for the city. I love that.
So tell us about this new organization you guys are starting. You just sent out the information this week.
Oh, but Ignite?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So back like a couple of years ago, Sway, he like came upon an opportunity from one of his old students that was part of that was inside of this adolescent
treatment center.
Yeah, adolescent treatment center. Asked him to help him with a play for like a winter type play, winter break type play, and he ended up coming through, and he hit me up and hit a bunch of people up.
Yeah.
A bunch of us ended up going through there and like working with these young people, getting this play going, and then afterwards we wanted to keep coming back. So then we started going back to that place and volunteering like kind of steadily, and we started just using art, music, and poetry,
movement,
written word. Like we started using all of these kind of as a way to help these young people like deal with like trauma and try to like just build community, you know what I mean? And then so like when this COVID hit, it kind of put the brakes on everything. So then like right now we're in the midst of like trying to start our own. Well, not even trying to. It's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. We're starting it on our own now. We're not working through the treatment center no more. We're getting a different space through the Holland, and we're going to be offering services to our community. You know what I mean? Like things that we think need to be done. So we're going to be doing some things right now, like via like
Zoom,
Zoom, social media.
Weekly, we're going to be having classes where like Orlando's going to be teaching art or poetry. I'm going to be teaching like spin raps. The homeboy Enigma, even possibly the homie Dad's Wax are going to come in, show them like just about music and beat pads and all that. Got Carice doing something with like movement and meditation. Her sister's gonna be doing a dance one. Leslie's probably gonna do art. Ruby's gonna do some art. Howell's gonna come in and do some nutrition. We're just providing them with like all these different like outlets for them, so they're able to kind of take whatever they have within them and ignite that passion and all that, and yeah, have them just output everything that they have within, so they can better themselves and the community and those around them. And yeah, we're gonna start that up in like November. So keep an eye out for that. And then another thing we're gonna be doing is starting I think next year, like around March when it kind of starts to warm up. We're gonna be having a monthly art in the park where they're gonna be able to come to like several different parks and like low income like communities around Reno where they can come with their families, do some art, maybe learn a little bit about yoga, do some meditations, do some poetry over here, like just pretty much bringing it live and bringing it to the people and all that.
Yeah, pretty much saw a need, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of affluent communities that have access to arts, you know what I mean? But our people are creators, we kind of forget that and we don't get that kind of support as easily. So it's like, so we wanted to go and just be like, screw it. So we were just doing this stuff for free, like on the beginning, like on the fly, like not even for free. We were investing our own money into going and doing this. And so now we're going to get some grant money and stuff. And we're trying to fundraise, get more access to be able to just provide a better service. You know what I mean? But I was fortunate, like having some good art teachers back in the day that helped me get to understandings of myself as life, but also like to move forward. See about adelante. And so let's just put it forward and doing our part right now. So it's good. We got good people, on
board, man. I love our team, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, we're excited. I'm excited to get back on it. Back on it again, start helping some kids and stuff again.
So yeah, so as of now we got a fundraiser trying to raise $7,500. Last time I think we were at G, and there's like a certain number you can text. I gotta find hopefully before the end of this little segment right here. I can send y'all guys provide a link or something. And yeah, we're just trying to provide all the money that we raise is going to be used just to buy like, art supplies. So when we start getting these online classes going, we'll let them know the week before what we're going to do, who's down, and then we're going to go make little art boxes and deliver them to everybody's household or whatever materials they might need. So yeah, everything gets going right back.
That is tight.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so kids will be able to sign up for the classes ahead of time, and then they can go and get an actual art box that you guys created, and then do the class along with you.
Is that how it's gonna go?
Give me 1 sec. I gotta refresh my thing. It's hard to hear. Hold up. 1 sec. My bad.
What I was asking is, so you guys will make art kits for the kids who they can pick them up ahead of time or get delivered to them. So when they take the class, they can follow along and do what you guys are doing via Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That is amazing,
That's
especially
awesome.
with so many kids on distance ed and not in the classroom, and they can't. There's not that much art anyway in school. So
there's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been cutting a lot of art, man, here in the city, which is
I was gonna say they're doing a lot better than the school district and helping kids out.
Straight up.
That's the thing. Like that's the thing. That's the thing about like just life is it's like you can point out like who's supposed to be doing it, or you could just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like shit like this. Like it's like when you love somebody, you just do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think like that's just how we got to roll right now, because it's like fuck, or else shit ain't gonna get done.
Yeah.
No one's gonna do it for us.
Yeah, especially us, like us, our skin tones, like people like us. We gotta understand that ain't people gonna come and save us. So we gotta do our part for our community. We gotta show up. We gotta be those people, cause or else it ain't shit gonna happen.
Right.
And that's just the way it is. So I feel it's revolutionary, you know what I mean? But revolutions always come from a place of love, and people forget that, so we wanna solve a lot of these problems that we see in our community before they happen, offering these tools. You know, I don't know. Honestly, for myself, I just like to keep it real with the kids and just be like, look, shit's bleak, and we're gonna have to get out of this shit ourselves. You know, we were working at the treatment center, and some of the kids would tell me some stuff, and it was like really frustrating because you're limited to how much you can help somebody. You know, and but I was just, I don't know. I just keep it real with the kids, dude. Just be like, look, like places, because they were at a treatment center, and this treatment center was borderline a freaking jail. You know, and not to knock it or anything, but it was like borderline like a jail. And I was telling the kids, I was like, yo, like these places are made to prepare you for prison. You know what I mean? These places ain't here to rehabilitate you. These places are here to get you used to being in places like this. You know, when you got to get yourself out of here, you're going to have to be the one, you know, and life's unfair, you know, and you got to just try to do things that have the consequences that you want, not the consequences you don't want. So like by creating art and music and poetry, it's like, dude, these kids got justified anger. A lot of people are walking around with trauma. A lot of people are walking around with a lot of things that make them make decisions that hurt them, you know, but it's like,
Right.
we can turn things into beauty. You know, I'm a gardener. So it's like, I'm used to like taking shit and turning it into soil and flowers. You know what I mean? And I'm an artist, and I'm used to doing that with my emotions and my experiences. So it's like, I feel like that's empowering to give to somebody, to give that gift, because we can't walk this life with people. You know what I mean? And we can't walk it for them. They gotta do it on their own, you know, but you can help somebody understand a good way to walk, you know, so then that you get to where you want to be, you know. And so that's, I don't know, that's where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? That's what I believe in, you know.
Yeah,
But
showing them a different path than what society has shown them. You know, especially with people of color like us, we're shown like one way, and this is the only way that we can do things. You guys are helping, you know, like giving them options to walk other ways.
yeah, and it's like, and you can do it and be true to yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing too. Is it's like we don't gotta conform to like nothing.
Exactly.
We just gotta be who we
Be
are. You know,
be
we're
yourself.
beautiful. Yeah, we're creators, you know, and like we can do that, and that could be our power, you know. Like we don't need to be all institutionalized. We don't need to be like what they tell us we are. You know, we don't got to be ugly, and we don't got to be conformed, and that's how we're beautiful. No, we're beautiful as we are, you know. But we have more strength when we understand that, you know, and that's what I want.
It's tough, you know, like especially, you know, Josue, you're a teacher. You see how these kids are pressured to conform, and you know they don't have a lot of belief in who they are and what they, especially if they're poor, if they're brown or black, like there's not a lot of value placed on their perspective. So how does that motivate you to do what you're doing?
Motivates me just like due to the fact that, I mean, growing up I was those kids. Like currently I'm teaching at the school I went to middle school at, and I thought my only outlet was to like join a gang and get in with some like hoodlum ass cats, but that ended up not happening. I ended up taking up skateboarding instead, and then I started doing art, and I started writing, and I started looking for all these other outlets because I felt what ended up happening is I just wanted to belong to something. I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself. And at first I thought that was gonna be like the gang life and stuff, but luckily, like last minute, I checked myself or something. I feel like a higher spirit or something like straight checked me, like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Because I was like about to get jumped in, and then they were like, "You're next," and some hit me like, "You need to go right now," and I ended up just turning around and booking it. And I know a lot of the kids, especially some of the ones I talk to, they're getting into it, or they're like slowly like drifting to that direction. I'm trying to get them away from that because I know what it was like to not have anybody there to validate like my feelings or who I was as a person, and I kind of just needed to figure that out for myself. So I'm there to kind of just be like that guiding light for all these kids. Actually, like recently, I had some like old students of mine reach out as well. One of them just started up, like he's starting up a clothing line called like Third Eye Clothing, and he used to be like an artist and he raps and stuff. I have another student who I guess he just did a recent homework assignment, and it was like a slam poetry. He's like, "Yo, like I got like 100%. Like everyone was clapping, everyone was so fucking stoked for what I had to say." And he's like, "It's because of you, man. Like you were able to like kind of inspire us and let us know that there isn't just like this one way to be about it. Like we really got to be true to ourselves because it's important, man. A lot of the times people just pick up on like what they see, especially at such a young age. They pick up like all that like hood ass culture and shit. Like, yeah, man, I'm over here. I'm sipping lean. I'm gonna bust a gat. I'm gonna fuck everything that moves. Like, no, I'm like, that ain't you. Like, first off, you're 12. You ain't doing none of that. Like, quit fronting, you know? Like, yo, who are you? Like, who are you? Like, what? How are you feeling? Like, tell me about your life, man. Like, that's the beautiful thing about like written words that you express what life is or what you want life to be. Like, you can talk about the good or the bad. You know, the words that people speak are very powerful. You know, with your words, you can make somebody fall in or out of love with you. You could start or end a war. You can make your own mind a hell or a haven. So it's very important to just kind of keep pushing these like positive words and showing love to everybody around us, and especially the youth, because you know they're gonna be the next ones coming up, and I want to make sure they got like a good head on their shoulders and that we're raising leaders. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah. You know, each one teach one, as they say. Like, it's just crazy how all of us have come together and
Each one teach one.
are moving together in the same direction. So we appreciate you guys for coming on and everything you're doing for the community. And I'm not sure what happened with Caesar. I think we lost video.
I think just the video lost, but let's see.
But what I do want to have you guys do is just explain it to everyone about the radio show again. Tell them what tonight it's on, and then tell them about the organization one more time so they can check it out.
Oh, I heard half of that. Give me 1 second. That 2G, man. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Hold up. I'm gonna refresh it.
Just before.
So yeah, no problem. Just at the very end, just talk about the radio show and your guys' organization.
And where people can find out more information.
So where people could go is just check out IG for both of them. For our radio show, you could go on at Peanut Brothers and Jams, all organic, 100%, no sugarcoating.
What's the IG for the?
And the IG for Ignite, that one is it's just the word Ignite _VM. So Ignite Visionary Minds, which is what we're doing. So again, that one, if you guys can please, there's a link right up on there that you guys can click on and help us donate and spread the word. If you guys have nothing to donate, it costs nothing, and just get the word out for us, because it would be very beneficial to anybody out there listening. So again, Peanut Brothers and Jams, 9 p.m. every Thursday, for charity and all that. Ignite at Ignite _VM.
And then Orlando, you have anything else?
Oh yeah, I got my music project. Mine and my brothers, Nino Santo. We're coming out in I think we're gonna be coming out like the end of January, February. Yeah, around the end of February. We're gonna be coming out with our full album. You know, so you guys actually played one of our tracks.
Oh, yeah,
that Broken Mind. Yeah, that's off the project we're working on. So like we got music videos we're shooting and stuff right now to get it all ready. We're trying to come out hard and prepared. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I got that project coming out too. So that's at Nino Santo Music on IG too. So yeah, that's another one to add. Let me double check to make sure that that's actually what it is. Yeah, at Nino Music. So yeah, IG at Nino Santo Music, or also IG Peanut Brothers and Jams, IG Ignite _VM. So those are all the spots to find us, you know, and yeah, we're on the radio Thursday nights at 9 p.m. K-Wink.
And then before we go, you know, election season's coming up. I know both of you involved community activism. What's the message? You know, what's the message you got for people out there who kind of, you know, don't see the value of voting or don't see the value of getting involved? What do you got to say to the people out there?
I think vote every day with your actions for the world that you want to see. I think regardless of what happens inside of this election, is going to be us doing all the footwork that we got to do regardless. But there's no harm in voting. And I think that the times that we're in right now, it's irresponsible to not use every voice that you have possible at your disposal. So I think that we should be voting. I'm going to be voting. Hopefully they count it. And hopefully with this whole Supreme Court Supreme Court justice shit that's happening, how they're trying to do that shit. I've been watching a lot of Democracy Now! Lately, and it seems like they got a plan to keep that man in power right now. And so I'm just, as an indigenous man, I've survived worse than this shit.
Yeah.
And it's in my blood to survive and thrive. We really got to be voting responsibly for the climate, with our actions, with our driving habits, with our eating habits, with everything that we do planetary, because we can my people have survived worse than this man that's in the office, and we survived white supremacy, and we've survived all sorts of shit, but ain't nobody gonna survive the change of the climate that makes the earth uninhabitable. So
Word.
anything that we do, if we're not thinking about the planet first, then we already lost. So be responsible in your daily actions, vote in your daily actions, vote in the elections, and just try to keep moving forward. That's what I got to say.
Definitely.
Shit. Ditto, man. I can't. That was on point. That was on point.
Little Josue cosign.
Yeah, there we go. I approve this message.
Well, thanks a lot, guys, for taking a little bit of time out of your morning to, do some technical difficulty stuff and just hang out with us and chop it up for a little bit,
For sure. Thanks for having us, for real.
Man. Thanks, y'all.
Make sure you guys check out their Instagram, give them a follow, share their message, and listen to the radio show.
It's dope.
Good show. We put our heart into it, so yeah, I hope people feel it. The words come from the heart, so hopefully people feel it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure we'll see you guys soon, but until then, keep it moving.
Yeah.
To y'all as well, man. Love
Yeah, it's good seeing you guys, for sure.
Congrats on the episode.
Yeah, congrats on that episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see each other in person soon.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Salute, guys.
Peace, y'all.
Much love, y'all.